Hello and welcome all to the show called Sunday with Shaarav. And today I am Dr. Sachin. I'm going to ask few questions that would highlight some message to today's youth. So Shaarav, what is that today's world, the children have a very little attention span.
So nowadays, like due to lot of, we can say automatic things like attention span and memory, I'm going to focus on little because that also lowers a little nowadays. Like due to a lot of social media, like the direction of, suppose you go to Google and you're supposed to try and find out like your homework, suppose find out about like history of Alexander or something. So you go to Google, but you get distracted by other things. So that's how your like attention span is diverted and lowered. So yeah, that's according to me how I think like today's children like me are losing focus.
So you mean there are a lot of other worlds
Yeah,
in today's world?
virtual worlds.
Virtual world. So like Xbox, play games, Nintendo,
Hmm.
iPad, iPhone, so many virtual worlds, Facebook, Twitter, so many things that
Hmm.
you are being used up. The time which you have is used up. So that's what you mean. That's why the attention span is very less. Okay. So,
What you're supposed to be doing is
hmm.
taken over by other things in the virtual worlds.
Okay. So, how do really a child from birth to his adulthood,
Hmm.
what exactly his right way of spending a time by you? What do you think?
Like we can divide it into four sections. The first one, suppose you live 100 years, we'll say exactly 100 years. So maybe first 25 years of your life, learning. Learning in whatever form it may be, studies, jobs, anything. Then next you move on to actually implementing that. Like you have a job, like you're a plastic surgeon or engineer, you're that kind of person now, and you're carrying on like a married life, you're holding a family, you're taking care of them. Next, we'll say you might be retired at that time, so you are enjoying life, you are still taking care of them, and most people think like this is the time to go to Veda, like higher studies, like life is this, life is that. But you can go there earlier, like when you're 24, 25, maybe 16 or something. You can start learning how to manage yourself in life. Then comes like the oldest time, you're quite old, it's hard for you to move around. At this time people move to success, advising people they try to turn wise. I would say you try to do this earlier. You might just spend that time thinking of what you have done, or like trying to do slowly more, even though it might be a little hard. You can try to improve even at that time. So that is what I would like to say.
So Shara wants to say that when you are a child, you have to focus and you get studies as your first priority. But how do you focus? I know that you are doing Bhagavad Gita studies. What
Hmm.
is said in Bhagavad Gita? What message you can pass on to the kids?
I would say maybe from sixth chapter. Yeah, sixth chapter, fifth, sixth, and seventh verse. It talks about your mind, and like it says the literal meaning. Your mind is your worst enemy, at the same time the greatest friend. So like it might sound complicated because two extreme opposites, like you have one person named Y and one person named X. One is your friend and one is not, like one is your enemy. And then if you say both of them are the same, It's just sounds impossible. But in this case, it's your mind. Um, how means like you have a dog. Suppose anything, we'll go to kitchen driving. We'll say a car. If you know how to use that car, you can go great places, have fun, explore the world. If you don't know how to drive it properly, you'll go in a car accident, harm somebody else, harm yourself. It could be fatal. Same for other things, including your mind. If you know how to control your mind, like it is very hard. For saying it's easy, it is very hard. Krishna himself accepts, oh Arjuna, it is very hard to do this. It is not a piece of cake. It's very hard. Next, then how it turns into your enemy. Your mind, it wanders around. It does not let you focus. But if you keep control of your mind, you can move on to future higher studies. You have a successful life. You can guide yourself. You don't need to wait until your mind it wanders around and finds something. You can guide yourself. I have control of my mind. You're controlling every action you do. You're calm. Like at that state, that is a true yogi. Okay, means yogi as in a true successful man in life. He has attained calm, he has attained peace, he has attained successfulness in life. He's happy with himself, he's happy with others. Now, that state of bliss is what you get by controlling your mind. It is a small step, but eventually you will get there and you will have that kind of happiness and focus in life.
Thank you, Charo. Today's message is loud and clear that to be happy, you have to control your mind. And for the today's youth, the message is if you're focused, train your mind, you will be there where you have to be. So thank you so much, Charo, and we look forward to see you the next episode of Sunday with Charo.
Thank you, sir.